Drew Hernandez, who is ideological and has a very formed, biased opinion, who gets to be on the stand as a fact witness and use the word Antifa.
Yes, cry more, MSNBC. I used the word Antifa under oath because Antifa was there rioting in Kenosha. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Drew Hernandez, hopefully one of your favorite podcast hosts here on YouTube. Listen, we have a lot to talk about tonight. Waukesha, Wisconsin, horrible. I don't even want to call it a tragedy because it is obviously a strategically targeted attack. Some terrorist decided to run over people in this small town in Wisconsin. Obviously, it's tragic, but it's strategic. This guy intentionally did this. It's evil. It's wicked. It's satanic. We're just going to call it for what it is. We're going to talk about that story tonight, and God bless the families. Prayers, thoughts go out to every single one of the families that are suffering right now in Waukesha in Wisconsin. God bless you guys. It is a very serious situation. This evil perpetrator, this evil individual that decided to do this, hopefully justice will be served. We're going to get into that story tonight, but also Kyle Rittenhouse is free. Kyle Rittenhouse is free, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. Drop a 1 in the comment section. All glory to God. Kyle Rittenhouse is free. We are going to talk about that. My response to the fake news media cartel's reaction to Kyle Rittenhouse being declared not guilty by a jury of his peers. The woke media lost its mind, and people were literally taking to the streets in support for a convicted child rapist, Joseph Rosenbaum. We're going to talk about that as well. But before we begin, guys, if you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Listen, hit the bell notification and toggle on the all selection. And here is why. You may have subscribed to my channel newly, but if you're new here, I'm going to tell you, YouTube hates me. And you could understand why, because I breach the matrix with truth, not just on YouTube, but in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial in the world, okay? So you can only imagine why these people would want to silence me. So please make sure to hit the bell notification and toggle on the all selection. Also, it is really hard for us to monetize on this channel, so we are supported by the people, we the people, that is you the people. We do super chats, Q&A format at the end of every single show. You can drop one now, in the middle of the show, or at the end of the show. We need your support to keep us live on the air, guys. We need you guys to keep this show going. And also, if you would like to give a one-time donation through Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, you can also write a memo, and I'll treat it as a super chat as well. If you send that, the link is in the description below, and I will read it live on air as well. Also, tonight, this episode, if we can get this up, this episode is brought to you by my merch store. Shout out! Based on popular demand, I was getting so many messages, people asking me, Drew, can you just make a t-shirt that says apparently? Because that was one of the most viral moments you had when you destroyed the DA Binger literally in front of the entire world. So here you go. Tonight's show is brought to you by my merch store at drewhlive.com. The link is in the description below. Go cop your piece of history. The official Drew Hernandez Live apparently t-shirt comes in different colors, different styles. There's women's merch as well. The link is in the description below. Let's take this down. Also, shout out to the DH Alliance, every single one of my supporters that support me monthly on the membership section on this channel for as low as $5 a month. Thank you guys for the support. Truly love you guys. Shout out to every single one of you guys. Hey, listen, copy the link right now. We need you to get this transmission out right now. Copy the link. Share it on your Getter. Share it on your Twitter. Share it on your Facebook. Send it to your grandmother. Send it somewhere. Just get the link out. We depend on you, the DH Alliance. Literally boots on the ground, every single one of you guys. They cannot stop us if you're sending these links out to all of your friends and family. So do that right now. Smash that like button. Destroy that like button. Thank you guys so much. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Okay, let's talk about Wisconsin. Okay, this is such a horrific evil situation in Waukesha, Wisconsin, where a psychopath, okay, this guy has to be demonically possessed. He's some kind of rapper. This guy obviously has a problem with white people. I'm giving my political commentary here, but obviously this guy decided that he was going to take his SUV and literally mow down people at a Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin. This is horrific. The video is graphic. I'm going to play you one clip. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the other clips, but I'm just going to play you. I know a lot of young people watch this show, so viewer discretion is advised. Got to be careful with what I play here on YouTube because they could literally take down your channel. But this is the video. There's other more graphic videos, but just to give you guys an idea, here's a clip of the actual SUV. Take a look at this.
It's Drew Hernandez, who...
Oh, God. Oh, baby. Yes. Oh, no.
Right here, maybe.
So very serious situation, but let's get into the story if we can get this up. Breaking: suspect in Waukesha mass casualty incident identified as career criminal Darrell E. Brooks. There is his mugshot. This is the SUV right here that he used to literally mow down human beings in the middle of a Christmas parade. So let's get into some of the details. There is a lot floating around out there right now, so I'm going to do my best to really just grasp everything that's been reported up until right now. I'm sure there's more stuff coming out right now on Twitter. But here it is. The Post-Millennial reports a suspect has been identified and is in custody for the mass casualty murder incident in Waukesha, Wisconsin, when a red Ford Escape plowed into a holiday parade, a Christmas parade. So far, 5 have been confirmed dead and more than 40 injured. Andy No posted this mugshot of him. Andy said that would be this individual from a prior arrest. He has a very long criminal record. His name is Darrell E. Brooks. Black male, late 30s, is the suspect in custody in Waukesha. According to court documents, 39-year-old Darrell Edward Brooks Jr. has been arrested as a suspect in the incident. Brooks is a career criminal with multiple priors and was released from jail 2 days prior to the incident after posting a $1,000 bail for 3 misdemeanors and 2 felonies. He has a history of resisting arrest, obstruction, battery, statutory sexual seduction, strangulation and suffocation, property destruction, illegal firearm possession, bail jumping, domestic violence, drug-related charges, and is a registered sex offender, specifically against a minor, and he admitted it on social media and posted the video about it. There is his rap sheet, his criminal records. This is who he is, man. These are evil people, man. This guy looks like Fetty Wap. I'm not trying to make jokes here, but these people are absolutely evil. They're being released out onto the street, and supposedly, we'll get into what's going on with the Soros backgrounds and stuff like that right now. I'm going to get to that, but let's continue here. The driver of the red SUV plowed through a police line at a high speed and into a parade of Christmas marchers on Sunday, impacting more than 20 adults and children in a graphic scene, and I think grandmothers as well, and children in a graphic scene captured on the city's live stream and cell phones of bystanders. In a rap video, and I was going to play the video, but honestly, I don't want to give this guy clout. I don't know if he's monetizing his videos. I don't want to give this guy any cent, nothing at all. This guy's an evil demon. This is satanic. This is evil, okay? In a rap video on his YouTube page, Brooks is seen dancing in front of a red Ford Escape, the same type of vehicle used in Sunday's fatal incident. And there have been reports also that he's already, I don't know if he was actually charged, but he did attempt to run over somebody else in his past with a car. Yeah, a woman. She came out and admitted to it. So he even has the red Ford Escape in his rap videos. The guy has very violent lyrics talking about killing people and pulling straps on people. Not in self-defense. Waukesha, Wisconsin Police Chief Daniel Thompson confirmed in a press conference following the tragedy that an officer who has been on the force for over 6 years opened fire on the vehicle and that a person of interest was in custody. Thompson emphasized that the investigation is very active. There he is again. Waukesha Fire Chief Stephen Howard said 11 adults and 12 children were transported to 6 area hospitals. I was listening to the press conference earlier, and I think it was the police chief described it as a war scene, a battlefield scene with wounded soldiers. He described it as carnage. Children, grandmothers, families. This is, I refrain from calling it a tragedy because a tragedy kind of means like something unfortunate happened on accident. You know what I mean? This is evil. This is an attack. This is a terrorist attack on American citizens. Obviously, it's very sad, but I refrain from using that word because I don't want to make it sound like it was an accident. This was 100% intentional. Nobody forced this guy to do this. Waukesha Police Chief gives an update on chaotic and tragic incident, confirms a person of interest. That was yesterday. A live stream video from the city of Waukesha showed the red SUV speed past those marching in the parade with a cop running on foot shortly after. The Waukesha Police Department stated on Facebook that a family reunification location has been set up at the Waukesha Command Post located on Barstow between Carina and Bank Street. According to Sam Kramer on Fox 6, one man told him that, and I quote, "Most of his family are in the hospital," end quote. He and his wife were able to walk away. Kramer wrote on Twitter that, quote, "A woman who lives on Main Street says she saw the SUV barrel through a dance team of girls between 9 and 15 years old." This is evil. This is a targeted, obviously an attempt of murder, but he was successful. This was an act of intentional evil. Absolute intentional. Homicide to the max. She says the immediate reaction was silence, followed by screaming, running, checking on those injured. Okay, well here, Jack, Disclosed TV reported this a couple hours ago. On Twitter, Justin Darrell Brooks intentionally drove his vehicle into the Christmas parade in Waukesha and is charged with 5 counts of intentional homicide, according to the police. And also, Jack Posobiec tweeted, Soros DA of Milwaukee, John Chisholm, not quite too sure how to pronounce his last name, I don't really care, released Darrell E. Brooks last week. With all this criminality, very dangerous individual, Soros DA of Milwaukee, John Chisholm, released Darrell E. Brooks last week. Jack says, are you paying attention yet? And yes, are you paying attention yet? The defund the police narrative with these crooked DAs that get installed in these crooked blue regions, who ends up getting hurt in the end? Innocent people, little girls, grandmothers, individuals at a Christmas parade that have nothing to do with anything that get targeted by these psychopaths. These are domestic terrorists. It's a domestic terrorist attack is what it is. Let's call it for what it is. Literally. And Ian Miles Chong, this was floating around as well. Darrell Brooks, the suspect in the Waukesha attack, posted a whole bunch of anti-white posts on Facebook where he weighed in on the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict and called for violence against white people. This is directly intentional. Okay, now let's take a look at some of these pictures. This was his Facebook, Jay Brooks. This is his Facebook. There's one post. I guess his rap name is Math Boy Fly. Don't give this guy clout, okay? Do not give him clout. Math Boy Fly. He, reposts articles that have headlines that say white South Americans are preparing for the slaughter and removal of all whites within 5 years. This is the kind of stuff. It sounds very black supremacist. He posted this on Friday at 1:45 p.m., right after the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. It is a headline from NBCnews.com that says Kyle Rittenhouse found not guilty on all counts, and he has 2 emojis with the throwing up of the hands. He also would post things like this. In January 9th, 2020, Math Boy Fly, this psychopath, said, "We start back knocking white people the F out. I don't want to hear about it. The old white people too. Knock them the F out, period." This is who this guy is. We start back But we start back knocking white people the F out. I don't want to hear it. The old white people too. Knock them the F out. Period. That's who this guy is. That's who Math Boy Fly himself is. Also, I tweeted this earlier. It was a retweet from Andy No. I said another pedo the far left will memorialize, defend, or sweep under the rug. Andy No reported this earlier. I don't know why it just disappeared from me. Let me see if I could find this. I think it's right here, right? Darrell Brooks, the man taken into custody over the Waukesha Christmas parade mass casualty incident, is a registered sex offender in Nevada. He was convicted over having sex with a child. In one of his now deleted videos, he defended his actions, saying he was pimping the hoe. And I saw that video before it was taken down, and he was actually saying, I was unaware of her age. I was just pimping that hoe. So, I mean, these are the types of people that are out on the street when they want to defund the police. The ones who get hurt the most are the innocent, because people like this get to roam the streets and they hurt people very violently. And obviously the guy was radicalized. The guy was obviously a racist against white people, obviously a black supremacist. You could tell by his social media. So we could only determine that he obviously did this intentionally and was targeting white people. We'll see if we get that confession out of him. I'm pretty sure he will, but it's pretty clear that this was not some kind of accident. Democrats have been responding as well. A Illinois Democrat blasted for calling Wisconsin Christmas rampage karma. This is who these people are. An Illinois Democrat has been blasted for describing the deadly Christmas parade rampage in Wisconsin as karma for the acquittal of Kyle Rittenhouse. Mary Lemensky, who is listed as the social media director for the Democratic Party in DuPage County, began her heartless online triad by snarkily dismissing the tragedy as just self-defense. It was probably just self-defense, Lemensky wrote in a tweet that appears to have been since deleted, according to Fox News. Living in Wisconsin, she said, he probably felt threatened by white people. You see, isn't it just crazy how these white people just like literally destroy themselves? I don't understand these people. Living in Wisconsin, he probably felt threatened. Another tweet, which was still online Monday morning, read, referring to the driver being held as a person of interest in the Waukesha incident, which left 5 people dead and dozens hurt. She said, I'm sure he didn't want to hurt anyone. He came to help people, she added in sarcasm-laced missive. Look at that. Look at these people. Look at her. Evil, 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 evil. Look at these people, man. How could you make a comment like that? You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. It's literally ridiculous. What else did she say? Lemensky appeared to be mocking Rittenhouse self-defense claim before the 18. Oh, that's just what she's talking about with Rittenhouse. Let's take this down. Okay, you know, this is what I have to say about this is what happens. The people that get hurt the most, the people that suffer when they want to defund the police, when criminals are allowed to run free, when you have crooked Soros-backed appointed DAs, when these blue regions are literally just taking over and their policies are ruling everything, this is what you get. This is exactly what you get. What happens is evil reigns, evil rules. I'm not saying these people deserved this. What I'm saying is this is the result of allowing the evil, whether it's in the Democrat Party or the Republican Party, when we have evil and wicked leaders in position, this is what happens. Innocence gets violated, destroyed, murdered, killed. This is a horrific incident. The guy was obviously a black supremacist. The guy obviously had a serious issue with white people to the point of saying, hey, let's take out old white people too. Radicalized. Domestic terrorism and the fake news media cartel, they don't help. They peddle this in the minds of people. We'll find out. I mean, he posted about Kyle Rittenhouse literally right after the verdict came out. And right after the verdict came out, I'm going to talk about this tonight as well. What did we see? The fake news media cartel doubled down on their narrative. Kyle being a white supremacist, Kyle being an active shooter, Kyle having white privilege, getting away with it because all the jurors were white and the judge was white. White, 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 white. That's all we heard. They doubled down on the narrative because they know that there are millions of mindless lemmings out there that are just going to believe it. To the point of what? To the point where there are literally people rioting, okay? They're taking to the streets in defense of Joseph Rosenbaum, a convicted child rapist. Somehow he's the hero and Kyle's the villain, when Kyle himself was being charged from behind from a convicted child rapist, Joseph Rosenbaum himself, who was in a very violent state of mind. I testified under oath, because that was the truth. This is where we go. This is where the United States goes. Where evil reigns, people commit evil acts. And listen, mark my words, this guy's going to be defended. We've seen CNN put out headlines about this story in Waukesha in Wisconsin. They're saying an SUV plowed through a crowd of people. An SUV plowed through a crowd of people. They won't call out the guy. Oh, isn't it funny if it was a white guy? White male drives through a crowd of people, and even if there weren't any people of color in the crowd, they would say a person of color almost died, even though a bunch of white people died. That's what they would do. But because it's a black guy, silence. They blame it on the SUV. These people are heartless. There is a clear attack on white people in this country. And listen, I believe that it's strategically designed. Saul Alinsky, in his book, he literally taught rules for radicals. The plan was to get two society classes and pin them against each other, cause a civil war, cause a race war, cause destabilization, so then the people will be begging for peace from the federal government and then move in the authoritarian government because the people will be begging for it because they want protection. That was the plan. So don't fall for it, okay? They want us killing each other. They want us hurting each other. They want us at each other's throats. They want a civil war. They want this to take place because it gives them an excuse to usher in full power, full totalitarian federal control. That's what they want. That's where this goes. Oh, Drew, that's just a conspiracy theory. The federal government would never do that. They're already doing it with the jab mandates, bro. They're already doing it. And they don't care about your politics. They don't say, are you a Democrat? Then you get a pass. You don't have to get the jab. No, you get the jab regardless, so you can't work in the airlines. You get the jab regardless, so you cannot be a firefighter anymore. You get the jab regardless, you cannot be a police officer anymore. You can't join the military. The list goes on. It's already here. Tyranny is not a conspiracy theory. I said that on the podcast with Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, and Tim Cast for a reason. Because that's the truth. That's the temperature. That's the pulse in this country, in the United States of America. People need to wake up. If you're coming in from my Twitter and you're on the far left and you think that I'm just some crazy right-wing conspiracy theorist or some crazy white supremacist sympathizer, dude, wake up. These people don't care about you. You're not on the right side. Freedom is the right side. Whether left or right, freedom is the right side. These people want control. That's what they want. And listen, what happened here is a total evil act of Satan. Let's call it for what it is. This guy clearly targeted white people. This guy was clearly radicalized. This guy was clearly showing up to do something and to hurt some people. And you take a look at his social medias, you probe it, you take a look at it, you investigate it, you could see he hated white people. He wanted to replace white people. He was posting things that literally were in favor for that, even to the point of saying, let's attack even the old white people. Listen, and you want to know why this is irresponsible? Because these people listen to MSNBC. These people listen to CNN. They listen to the far left fake news media cartel that peddle these lies about Kyle Rittenhouse, that he was a white supremacist that showed up to Kenosha to shoot a bunch of black people. Kyle did not shoot one black person. He shot abusers and a convicted child rapist. They were white. There are people right now that literally still think that Kyle shot black people. This is how powerful the propaganda is from the far left fake news media cartel. They manipulate the minds of millions of people and they defend them. Because you go and try and have a conversation with one of these people that are radicalized by CNN or MSNBC. You go and try and have a conversation with them. They get aggressive with you. It's like a cult. That's why Joe Rogan said on the podcast with me, Tim Cass, and Alex Jones, that this is a leftist cult. Because when you know it's a cult, obviously there's a centralized leader, but there's a centralized message that everyone is unified by. But one of the identifying factors of a cult is people aggressively defend their leader or that message aggressively. And in the worst cases, to death. And you have a conversation with these people, you try and debunk their minds, you try and show them the truth, they get aggressive with you, they aggressively defend these lies. The fake news media cartel is the enemy of the people. The fake news media cartel is the enemy of the people. Left and right. They've manipulated the minds of millions of people in this country, turned them into NPCs, and are literally controlling them with fake news propagandized media and narratives. To the point where they have people in Chicago calling for a communist revolution over a convicted child rapist, Joseph Rosenbaum. Welcome to Drew Hernandez Live, where we breach the simulation. We breach the matrix. This is not a show for people that cannot handle the truth, because this is the truth of the country that you live in right now. Drew, you might be a little too fired up. I am fired up because some black supremacist who is a racist against white people chose to take his SUV and run over white people in Waukesha, Wisconsin. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. It's evil. It's wrong. These crooked, evil, Soros-appointed DAs, this is the result we get. When they install their defund the police agenda, the innocents get violated. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. Because they want you begging on Big Brother. Don't you see the tie there? They're attacking self-defense. Kyle Rittenhouse defended himself. I watched him. They're attacking self-defense. Self-defense was on trial. They want to make it look like they wanted to teach the American people, don't you ever defend yourself. Don't you ever grab a firearm and defend yourself, because if you do, you will end up like Kyle Rittenhouse. That's what they were trying to show the American people. But the little guy won. Kyle Rittenhouse represented you, left or right, because every single human being on the face of planet Earth deserves the right to what? Self-defense. And now, listen, this is how this works. They want you to feel helpless. Now you have some black supremacist that comes through, mows down a bunch of innocent white people, kills them. I don't know if there were minorities either. We'll find out the identities, but it's clear he was targeting white people. And they want people to feel helpless. Imagine if they took away the Second Amendment. Imagine if they took away our right to self-defense. Imagine if they took away our right to bear arms. And then we're getting attacked. They defund the police at the same time. Destabilize to where you feel helpless, and the only way you can turn for help and safety would be who? The totalitarian government. That is the plan. That's what they want for every single one of us. No, we say no. Everybody in the chat say no, 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 no. We will not comply. For me and my house, we will serve the Lord. We will not bend the knee to any other God. We will not bend the knee to Big Brother, period. I don't care what anybody says. I know that I won't. But this is exactly where we end up when we allow these people to get away with what we've been allowing them to get away with. Well, let's talk about Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse is free. He's a free man. Kyle Rittenhouse was vindicated. Kyle Rittenhouse was declared not guilty. Listen, this was a historic moment in American history. Wherever you were, you will always remember that day, where you were sitting, how you were feeling, because self-defense was on trial. And I could say that very confidently because I watched Kyle Rittenhouse defend himself. And I'm not afraid to say it. And D.A. Binger tried to discredit me immediately when I was giving my testimony. You want to know why? Because even Binger knew that Kyle defended himself that night. I sent him all the body cam footage. He has all of it. The prosecution has everything that the defense had. The jury has everything that I sent to the prosecution and to the defense. He was trying to assassinate my character and discredit me because he knew just how credible I really was. Why? Because even he knows that Kyle Rittenhouse defended himself. So praise God for that. Shout out to Kyle. The guy's a superstar. Kid has a long career ahead of him. I know he's making some comments that are stirring some controversy. I'll talk about that later as well. But here is the reaction. Here is the fake news media cartel. The woke mob's reaction just could not believe that Kyle Rittenhouse was declared not guilty by a jury of his peers. MSNBC, CNN, the woke mob on Twitter, everyone blames it on white supremacy, white people, white people, white people, white people. That's all these people can do. It's such a weak argument, but it's so convenient, isn't it? Especially when you have millions of morons and woke-tards out there that don't even think things through. Well, here's a video of people reacting on the left, on the far left, to Kyle Rittenhouse being acquitted.
To take from this verdict what they want and to use it as permission to attack Black Lives Matter.
Are we safer after this verdict? Are we safe if we let someone like Kyle Rittenhouse kill people and then claim self-defense?
The judge, in many ways, had their hands tied behind their backs.
He enjoyed the privilege of being infantilized.
This is about making sure that white supremacy maintains its cover to terrorize and intimidate the rest of us.
Since Drew Hernandez, who is ideological and has a very formed biased opinion, who gets to be on the stand as a fact witness and use the word Antifa.
Listen to these people, okay? Listen to the words that they're using. Are we going to allow Kyle Rittenhouse to defend himself? Are we going to allow Kyle Rittenhouse to defend himself? Drew Hernandez is allowed to be a fact witness and use the word I'm allowed to use words? They're true, for one, but also I have free speech. Do you see how psychopath these people are? Let me play this for you guys one more time. One more time. Run it back. Pay attention to the words that they use.
To take from this verdict what they want and to use it as permission to attack Black Lives Matter.
Are we safer after this verdict? Are we safe if we let someone like Kyle Rittenhouse kill people and then claim self-defense?
The judge, in many ways, had their hands tied behind their backs.
He enjoyed the privilege of being infantilized.
This is about making sure that white supremacy maintains its cover to terrorize and intimidate the rest of us.
Since Drew Hernandez, who is ideological and has a very formed biased opinion, who gets to be on the stand as a fact witness and use the word Antifa.
These people don't understand the concept of freedom. I get to be on the stand as a fact witness because I am. I am an eyewitness to what happened, and I have body cam footage to prove everything that I claimed under oath. But even at that, they don't care. You guys see what I'm saying? Even though I am a 100% eyewitness to what happened with Kyle Rittenhouse and Joseph Rosenbaum, I saw it, and I have the video evidence to prove what I'm saying I saw. I am 100% in the court of law a fact witness. But they're not concerned with that. They just don't like me. They don't like my politics. I'm a political opponent. So how does he get to be you see what I'm saying? This is control. They don't care about truth. They don't care about facts. They don't want to know what happened. If you have a different political opinion than us, then you don't get to be a fact witness. You don't get to use the word Antifa, even though it's true. Kyle Rittenhouse, he kills people. He doesn't get to claim self-defense. You don't get a trial. You are guilty until proven guilty. It's not even guilty until proven innocent anymore. You are guilty until proven guilty. You're just guilty. These people are totalitarian, authoritarian psychopaths, sociopaths. That is exactly what they are, because listen to how they talk. They want to control you, your speech, how you live, even in something so serious as this. The reaction, the meltdown is priceless. It's insanity. These people are insanity. Literally, the definition. These people are insane. Well, let's take a look at some more of this. Let's get this up. Town Hall reports the left's unhinged reaction to justice in the Rittenhouse trial has begun. Reaction continues to roll in. The ill-adjusted left, and some are just too unbelievable to not include. California's Democrat governor, Gavin Newsom, has thoughts, erroneous ones, about the trial and firearms in general. Gavin Newsom tweeted shortly after the announcement of the not guilty verdict, "America today, you can break the law, carry around weapons built for a military, shoot and kill people, and get away with it. That's the message we've just sent to armed vigilantes across the nation." Kyle was not a vigilante, but this is what these people do. Do you see how they spin this web? They spin this web of propaganda. They spin this web of division. And then who gets caught in the web? The people. The people believe this garbage. A University of Alabama law school professor declared that we need to rethink the Second Amendment, but apparently can't tell the difference between using a firearm in self-defense and just spraying bullets into a crowd of people. Here's what he tweeted, or she tweeted. On 12/1, people across this country will march and protest as SCOTUS hears Dobbs, the case that could end Roe v. Wade, that now happens with a backdrop of people who feel emboldened to carry guns and perhaps shoot if they think the crowd poses a threat. We need to rethink the Second Amendment. So she's basically saying that people who are protesting that have differences of political opinions, especially on the left, are now threatened by people who believe in the Second Amendment because Kyle Rittenhouse won and was vindicated because he acted in self-defense and used a firearm to defend himself. Do you see the paranoia? These people, they fan these flames of paranoia and phobia and fear, and they pin people against each other. They pin them against it. These people want a civil war, man. They want it. They want it. They want to destabilize the country. That's exactly what they want. Squad member and oh man, town hall is funny, bro. Squad member and truth challenged Rep. Cori Bush has decided the whole Rittenhouse case, including the judge, jury, and Kyle, are proof of white supremacy in action, despite the fact that Kyle was charged in the shooting of 3 white men, not fake news, 3 white men, one of which was throwing the N-word around. Fact, I was there. I recorded that. Joseph Rosenbaum was saying, "Shoot me N-word, shoot me N-word," using racial slurs to request the shooting of himself. Here's what she tweeted. Cori Bush, intellectual juggernaut. Cori Bush, the judge, the jury, the defendant. It's white supremacy in action. This system isn't built to hold white supremacists accountable. It's why black and brown folks are brutalized and put in cages while white supremacists, murderers, walk free. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm heartbroken. Oh, I guess, what am I guess? I mean, I guess I testified on behalf of a white supremacist. I'm just some stupid brown guy that can't tell a white supremacist between a non-white supremacist. Kyle Rittenhouse is not a white supremacist. The kid did not show up to Kenosha as an active shooter, a white supremacist with an evil, murderous agenda to kill a bunch of blacks. Fact. He didn't even shoot a black person. I was there. I saw it. I guess I'm just a stupid brown person that can't get the facts straight. Cori Bush knows more than Drew, even though I was there. Cori Bush knows more than this brown kid because I was there. She wasn't. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm heartbroken. Why? Because a convicted child rapist that was charging Kyle Rittenhouse from behind while he was a minor got himself shot, even though he was requesting to be shot minutes before? Using a racial slur? Committing arson and attempted murder with a flaming garbage dumpster? I testified to all of that. Come on, guys. This is just ridiculous. And now we got people in Chicago. Dude, people were in Kenosha with signs of Joseph Rosenbaum dressed as Superman, hailing him as a fallen hero. This is where we are, 2021. The radical far left, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, all the woke-tards. You guys literally take to the streets in support of a convicted child rapist. Wow. And by the way, I thought this was hilarious. I tweeted this. Let me see if I could find my tweet. Give me a second. This was hilarious. You guys are going to think this is really funny. I tweeted this the other day because I'm such a savage on freaking Twitter. Let's go here. Let's get this up. Is it up? Okay, so I tweeted this earlier. Joseph Rosenbaum was a child rapist. 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 You want to know why I tweeted that? Because the other side is trying to hail this guy a hero, so we have to push back on the propaganda. So I tweeted that yesterday. Around 7K likes, 1.5 thousand retweets. People were reporting it. They try to get it taken down, bruh. I received this message. People do this because they try to get it taken down. They report your account. Twitter sent me this morning and said, hello, Twitter is required by German law to provide notice to users who are reported by people from Germany via the Network Enforcement Act reporting flow. We have received a complaint regarding your account at Drew H Live for the following content. It's the tweet, and the tweet text says, Joseph Rosenbaum was a child rapist. Joseph Rosenbaum was a child rapist. Joseph Rosenbaum was multiple times. And then Twitter says, we have investigated the reported content and have found that it is not subject to removal under the Twitter rules of German law. Accordingly, we have not taken any action as a result of the specific report. Sincerely, Twitter. People were reporting my account, attempting to take a tweet down that exposed Joseph Rosenbaum of being a convicted child rapist. You tell me who are the evil ones. You tell me. What kind of people cover up for child rapists? What kind of people simp for child rapists? What kind of people sit there and try to make light or make child rapists look like the good guys? I'll tell you who. Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo on Twitter said, we come together to mourn the lives lost to the same racist system that devalues black lives and devalued the lives of Anthony and JoJo. He gave Joseph Rosenbaum, the convicted child rapist that anally raped multiple little boys, Mark Ruffalo of Disney. Is this a surprise to anybody? The Hollywood elite standing by pedos, convicted pedos. Oh, Mark Ruffalo gives convicted child rapist Joseph Rosenbaum a cute little nickname, JoJo. Hashtag reimagine Kenosha. These people are a disgrace. They're a disgrace. Mark Ruffalo, you should be ashamed of yourself, bro. I mean, I know you're a total woke-tard, and you're just literally a useful idiot. Pedro Pascal was posting pictures of Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber as well in support as well. Is it any surprise to anybody that Hollywood is standing behind convicted child rapists? Way to go, Disney. I'm sure the fans will love that. And who knows, maybe. Because it's just a bunch of cultural Marxists that are in love with Disney now, and they've taken over everything, the far left. Let me see. What else do we got here? Here's another reaction from elementary educators on Twitter. While the hashtag Rittenhouse Verdict is another painful reminder of anti-black racism, let this be a moment to ignite action, some pretty fiery language, and learning for a different world. The criminal legal system doesn't build safety. And it cannot save us from white supremacist violence. And here's some person of color with a sign that says racism is a epidemic. Racism is a pandemic too. Only problem is Kyle Rittenhouse didn't shoot any black people. This is how powerful the fake news media cartel propaganda is in the minds of millions of people. Look how stupid this looks. Kyle Rittenhouse has nothing to do with black people. He shot whites. Oh, but Drew, it was at a Black Lives Matter protest. Haha, gotcha. No, it wasn't. It was 3 nights of violent rioting, arson, looting, vandalism. That's what it was. I was there. Night 1. And by the way, I'm going to be working on a full-length documentary movie documenting night 1 on Kenosha because people are trying to grift and say that it was them that broke that story and they're trying to change history. Not going to let them. Put it out there right now. Drew Hernandez is going to drop a movie within next year documenting night 1 on Kenosha. It's going to be amazing. Just wait till I put something out like that out. People are going to be like, whoa. Alrighty, let's see. Now this is another reaction that is very concerning. Very concerning. So Rep. Jerry Nadler, Midget Nadler, Mr. Poop in My Pants Nadler, this heartbreaking verdict Oh my goodness, they're so virtuous. Oh my gosh. They just play on the emotions of people. Weak-minded people. That's what these people do. The heartbreaking verdict is a miscarriage of justice and sets a dangerous precedent. You see how it's a emotional manipulation mixed with fear? That's what they do. That's what they do. The heartbreaking verdict is a miscarriage of justice and sets a dangerous precedent which justifies federal review by the Department of Justice. Now listen to what he says here. Listen, watch how this propaganda functions. He establishes the emotional argument, heartbreaking verdict, miscarriage of justice. And then he inserts the fear and the phobia, the threat. It sets a dangerous precedent. So this justifies, there it is. This justifies a federal review by the DOJ. Now pay attention to what he says here. Justice cannot tolerate armed persons crossing state lines. He only traveled like 21 miles. I think Gage traveled a longer distance than him. I'm not sure. Someone might want to fact check me on that. But Kyle only traveled like 20 miles, something like that. Justice cannot tolerate armed persons crossing state lines looking for trouble. That's already a lie. Kyle was not looking for trouble. It's been proven in court. While people engage in First Amendment protected protest. Listen to what this is. This is a lie. A lie. Number one, Kyle was not looking for trouble. Number two, there was no protest. This was a violent riot from night one. Kenosha was not a First Amendment protected protest. Kenosha started with individuals taking bricks to the heads of police officers on night one. And when I showed up, the first thing that I saw in Kenosha was a burning garbage dumpster, burning garbage truck. And the rioters are the ones who showed up with rifles first in a standoff with police officers in the middle of the street. And then after that, when they got tear gassed, they decided to go vandalize a library, decided to loot the financial district, vandalize the buildings, and commit arson and burn down car dealerships and other various buildings in the area. That's what Kenosha started as. And on night two, they did the same thing. Burnt down buildings, looted, vandalized, commit arson. And then on night three, the police started to push back a little more aggressively, and that's when the shootings took place. There was nothing about Kenosha that was a First Amendment protected protest. It was a violent riot. And I haven't seen any of the rioters yet that have been charged. I think some of them, there are some cases that Binger is going to go after people that commit arson. And I'll help with that too. But this is what these people do. Let's take this down. So, ladies and gentlemen, protect yourselves, protect your family, stay close with your family, protect your loved ones. Right now in the United States of America, they want to defund the police. They want a civil war. They want to pin whites and blacks against each other. It sounds like the agenda of Satan. Just get people at each other's necks. Get them killing each other. We shouldn't fall for it. Because there's a greater entity out there that is literally pulling the strings. The puppet master is out there. The deep state is doing this. And they want a destabilized nation so that the people will be in a position where there will be begging for full-on totalitarian federal government control. They want you in fear. They want you to feel like you can't defend yourself. They want you to feel like you cannot provide for yourself. That's what the whole jab mandates thing is for. They want you helpless, dependent on the state. Don't fall for it, America. Do not fall for it. It's 100% Antichrist, the spirit of the Antichrist. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do some super chats. If you would like to support me, if you love anything I said right now, drop a super chat. We'll do some Q&A right now. But if you got to head out, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and toggle on the all selection right now. Do it right now. Copy the link. Smash that like button. Copy the link. Get it out to your friends. Share this transmission far and wide wherever you could post a link. We need you guys. You guys are the foot Soldiers, you guys are the ground game. We need you to get this transmission out. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's do some super chat. I already see we have some super chats rolling in. I'm going to give you guys some time to get some of those super chats. And remember, I have Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. The link is in the description below. You can write a little memo on the app. Some people don't like using super chat. So if you want to donate straight through there, write a little memo. I will read it live on air and treat it just like a super chat. We already have some coming in as well. So thank you guys very much. And before you head out, because I know people are going to be heading out, make sure, let's get this up. Make sure to go check out the merch store. The official Apparently t-shirt is here. This episode is brought to you by the DrewHLive.com merch store, where the official Apparently t-shirt is here. If you watched my interaction with Binger on the stand, you know just exactly what this means. I got all kinds of messages, people saying, dude, just put the word on a shirt. We want it, we want it, we want it. Okay, well, there it is. Everybody go cop a t-shirt. The link is in the description below. Let's take this down. Thank you guys very much for the support. All right, let's do some super chats. I know you guys want to interact, so okay, let's do this. Thank you guys for the support. I truly appreciate it. I'm so glad that our show has grown. Smash that like button. Let's get us going in the algorithm. Thank you guys, man. I truly appreciate it. And here we go. Okay, we got the super chats. Here we go. Let me find the date. There it is. Domizzy626 with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Domizzy626. He's been with me since day one. Thank you so much for the support. We have another super chat, a super sticker from Shelly Kane, the $5 super sticker that says try again. Well, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. We have another $10 super chat from Cold Haterade, a $10 super chat from Cold Haterade. We salute you. We salute you. Cold Haterade says, if a white guy was in the SUV, the media would not only attack whites nonstop, they'd probably label all the cars we drive every day as assault vehicles and push to ban them. I wish I was joking. Dude, that is not a joke. That is 100% accurate. These people want a race war. They want a race war. They want a civil war because they know if they could get the American people at each other's throats, it gives them an excuse for full government overreach over the people, and that is what they want. Black people don't fall for it. White people don't fall for it. Brown people don't fall for it. All people don't fall for it. It's what they want. We got to stand behind our white people right now, man. Because there's a full attack on them. And I'm not even white and it pisses me off. So I feel you. I feel you. We have another super chat from Stevie Capone, a $5 super chat. We salute you. This story will, Stevie says, this story will disappear because the suspect is black and the victims are white Christians. Infuriating. Absolutely. Of course. Because the fake news media cartel, okay, the woke tards on the left that think that they're legacy media, they have put themselves in a position where it's impossible to criticize black people. Impossible. Because if they do, the mob's going to come for them. How dare you call out a black person? Well, this black person just mowed down and murdered a bunch of people. It doesn't matter. They're black. How dare you? How dare you make them look bad in the public perception? CNN, MSNBC, they're screwed. They bent the knee to the mob. They are 100% propagandists, and they themselves will never, ever be able to offend the mob. They won't. We have another super chat from Ponton21, a $5 super chat. Now is the time, Drew, he says, or she. Window of opportunity here. Hammer it hard. Don't stop. Prep your platform for the response and keep going. 100%. Now is the time. You're 100% right. Now is the time to speak these messages. Now is the time to communicate with the public. Now is the time to seriously get these messages out. This is why it's so important. It's so important that you guys subscribe and hit the bell notification. Go to my website. Sign up for my subscription list on my website as well. It's Stay Connected. Support me monthly on the membership section of this channel for as low as $5 a month, or go to my Patreon. There's so many ways, guys. There's so many ways. If you're not a sent one, you are the one who sends out. If you find yourself in a position where you cannot engage fully, then support someone like myself who is. And stay away from the grifters, man. I'm telling you. Stay away from the grifters. We have another super chat from right-wing BDSM guy, a $10 super chat. He says, it is now a deleted tweet. Mary Leminski, the woman who said the Waukesha incident was karma, she said the blood of KR's victims is on the hands of Wisconsin citizens, even their children. That's true. She did say that. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. That's who these people are, man. Like, even if she was a comedian making a joke, there's a time and a place for everything, man. But we know that's not what this is. It's just pure evil. Out of the abundance of the heart, that means whatever's in here, the mouth speaks. This is what these people believe. And she believes that the blood of Kyle Rittenhouse's victims is on the hands of Wisconsin citizens, even their children. What a disgrace. What an evil and wicked thing to say, man. I don't care what side of the political aisle you are on. That is a disgrace. We have another super chat from Jaina, a $10 super chat. We salute you. We salute every single one of you guys. Everybody say thank you to those that are super chatting. Jaina says, so glad I found your channel after you testified. Thank you for letting people know what really happened. Hey, man, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the support. Trust me, man. You guys were up there with me. I could feel your energy. I could feel your support. Trust me. God was with me and you guys were with me. It's kind of like, you guys remember Dragon Ball Z? He's like, share your energy with me when he's like creating a super bomb and like the whole world is sending their energy. Like, I felt that, man. When I was going head to head with Binger, I felt that. So thank you guys. I just compared myself to Goku, but I'm a huge fan. All right, we have two super chats from Julie Ann, a $10 super chat and a $2 super chat. We salute you, Julianne, as a day one. Julianne says, I often get on Twitter, of course. God is on your page. That explains it. I guess that's what's meant. I guess that's meant as an insult, but that's a compliment to me. I'm a crazy Christian conspiracy theorist, white supremacist. That's what they deem us all. Even if you're brown like me, they literally call me a white supremacist. I'm like, dude, who's not living in reality? Is it me or you guys? You know? Yes, you're totally right, Julianne. And Julianne also says prayers for Drew, Kyle, jury, judge, safety, praying hands, love emojis. Thank you so much, Julie. Yes, pray for me and my family and pray for the United States of America. We have another super chat from Chaz1422 with the $5 super chat. Says, yours and other independent journos there that night to film events and the jury are also heroes. Your testimony will be studied for centuries. Going to the independent journals that had the ones that their footage was used in the trial, absolutely. Imagine if it wasn't. Imagine if we had to rely on the fake news media cartel like CNN, MSNBC. Imagine if we had to rely on them. Kyle would be in jail right now. That's just the truth. And that's how powerful the fake news media truly is. And in regards to my testimony being studied for centuries, man, that's a pretty heavy thing. That's a heavy thing, man. All I know is that I had the truth on my side and I had God on my side, and there was nothing that Binger could do or say to move me. You know, and to everyone that said, oh, Drew, you were too aggressive. Oh, Drew, you came off too combative. Drew, you were too defensive. Oh, you may have ruined it for Kyle. Well, to all those people that said that about me, you're welcome. Okay? You're welcome. I love you, but you're welcome. All right, we have another super chat from Giorgio Quattrocento. Yeah. With a $10 super chat says, these people are brainwashed to think that someone is going to attack them for just existing rather than just being about those trying to cause bodily harm. And listen, man, I am not somebody, like, doesn't it sound stupid? Like, think about it. Listen. This is a great point. Listen, okay? Listen, you guys listening? Are you guys listening? Isn't it funny how Jerry Nadler, they use threats. Nadler comes out and uses this threat that we cannot allow these people to be out here doing this. We can't allow people running around with firearms. We can't allow people doing this. And what's the answer? The DOJ will save you. The DOJ will protect you. We can't have people running around here targeting people expressing the First Amendment, looking for trouble. We can't have people running around here with guns. Isn't it funny how they issue this threat? They amplify the phobia in people. There's a threat, there's a threat, there's a threat. And who are the ones that are going to save them? The DOJ is going to review this. Oh, Big Brother is going to protect you. You know what I would say to that? Even if there was genuinely a threat out there that was going to get you, you know what I would say to that? 2A up. Defend yourself. Right? But do you see the difference? Even if there is a threat out there, defend yourself. You don't need Big Brother. That's what the 2A is for. You don't need Big Brother. But that's what these people want. They want to be your protector, your provider. They want to think for you. They want to speak for you. They know what's best for you. It's dangerous, man. We have another $5 super chat from Colleen Fraz with no message, but thank you so much, Colleen, for the support. We have 2 donations on PayPal. And by the way, again, for those that are just tuning in, we're doing some super chats. I can receive donations through Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. The link is in the description below. And if you send a message, I'll treat it like a super chat through the app and read it live on air. But we have a $15 donation from Samuel Kodua. No message, but thank you so much for the support. I truly appreciate it from Samuel. And then we have another $5 donation from Masterful Mamas. The $5 donation, Masterful Mama, says, Drew, thank you for everything you do. You are courageous and a true patriot. We the people need to decide to stand for American values. God bless you. I feel your passion. I hope you know how appreciated you are. Always praying. Sarah at Bionic Bacon. Well, shout out to at Bionic Bacon. Thank you. Trust me, man. I've received death threats because of this. But I've been receiving death threats from Antifa and Black Lives Matter because I do undercover exposés on them. For those of you that have never seen my work, that's what I do. But literally right after I got off the stand, immediate death threats, people telling me to kill myself, sending me pictures with targets on the back of human beings, literally portraying I'm a target. People saying they hope I get shot. But I am not a victim, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of any of you. Why? Because I believe in self-defense. But this just proves who the evil people really are in this situation. You want to know why I get threatened? You want to know why Kyle Rittenhouse got threatened? You want to know why the judge and his family got threatened? You want to know why the defense team and probably even the jurors got threatened? Because these people are afraid of the truth coming out, and they're afraid of being unmasked. And that's exactly what we did. The little guy wasn't supposed to win. You and I weren't supposed to win. The deep state was supposed to look like the powerful ones here. But the little guy won. And that's why Jerry Nadler is mobilizing the DOJ to go after Kyle Rittenhouse. They don't got a case. You want to know why? Because it wasn't a peaceful protest. No case. No case. It was a violent riot. Alrighty, let's see if we have any more super chats. Let me refresh this real quick. Thank you guys, man, for tuning in. Oh yeah, we got a bunch right here. Let me pull these up. Where did I leave off? Okay, we have another $15 super chat. We salute you. Blaine Nelson says, have you talked to Kyle yet? No, I have not talked to Kyle yet, but there is something in the works, so stay tuned, and I'll leave it at that. We have another super chat. Julianne with a $2 super chat. Apparently shirt needs DH Alliance logo. There is the Drew Hernandez logo on the back of the Apparently shirt. If you click back on the shirt, it is definitely there. That's the logo we're going with for the back of all my t-shirts right now. So thank you, Julianne. We have another super chat from Whatever and Everything, a $5 super chat. Whatever and Everything, what's up, man? Where have you been? Says, been a minute, Drew. Glad you're always saying the truth. The media and corporations are by far our worst enemy. Are by far our worst enemy. You know something's wrong when people are defending, yes, pedos. Absolutely. Something is terribly wrong. Okay, terribly wrong. But we live in the age where evil is good and good is called evil. Christ is King with the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, Christ is King. I totally agree with you. Thank you. We have another $5 super chat with Colleen Frass that says, have you spoke to Kyle and thank you for your truth telling. Again, not yet, but something is in the works. Trust me, it is in the works. I will not let you guys down. We have I don't know how to pronounce this or what this is it's just $50, I'm assuming Denmark currency from Tater Salad. $50 Denmark currency says, greetings from Denmark. Keep on keeping on, brother. Hey, absolutely. Shout out to you. Hey guys, drop in the comment section where you guys are tuning in from. Drop your city, your state, your country. Shout out to every single one of you guys. Drew Hernandez, DH Alliance Worldwide. We here now. Love you guys. Thank you so much. We have a $5 super chat from Color. Says, I don't understand how people like Binger can prosecute someone innocent like Kyle knowing he acted in self-defense. How do you feel about that? I mean, I think because there's obviously political implications with this. And I do know that Binger was not the first round pick to be the state's prosecution. I think the first round pick actually rejected taking the case, and some speculate because they knew that there wasn't a case because Kyle acted in self-defense based on the facts. So, I mean, I don't know if Binger had some, political aspirations. He, maybe wants to run for office in the future, thought that this would be good for his career, but it was the total opposite. Obviously, you guys watched me and Binger go head to head, and he got thrashed because he had no idea who he was dealing with. But that's how I feel about it. We have a $10 super chat from Fiery but mostly peaceful Sarah. What a YouTube channel, man. Is that like a show? That is a great show name. Why didn't I think of that? I'm not going to take it from you, but that is a great show name, man. Way to use that. Fire but mostly peaceful Sarah. That reminds me of like the old Halo 2, Xbox Live gamer days. That sounds like a good gamer tag. It sounds like a good show. Fiery but mostly peaceful Sarah. I like that. That's trendy, man. That's trend. I like that. Thank you for always calling a spade, Sarah says. More people need to call the evil in this country for what it is. Evil. God bless you. You are appreciated. 100%. As long as I am here on planet Earth and there is breath in my lungs, I will be exposing darkness. That is my purpose. God has called me to be a light in a generation of perverted wickedness. So as long as I'm around, darkness is going to have some issues. And the darker things get, the brighter the light becomes. So be a light and don't be afraid. We have another super chat from Joe Kamen, a $5 super chat. Joe says, will there be major riots if the verdict comes back innocent in Ahmaud Arbery case or maybe it's too cold outside? There might be. Definitely in Portland. Definitely in Seattle. Yeah, definitely. New York is pretty cold right now, but people were still out there. I think that one, obviously, because it's dealing with a black guy, and we all know the context. I mean, he was stealing this, and they don't care. They don't care about the context. If it's a black guy, they're going to grift and use it to stir the minds and stir the pot of millions of people. So I think it's absolutely possible. In New York, they'll probably riot. In Portland and Seattle, I could definitely see that. We will, let's do this. We have another super chat from Goofy Foot, a $5 super chat. If you don't have a criminal record and legally own firearms, you're an automatic white supremacist, according to the left, calling it. Yes, absolutely. These people they just label you. It's so convenient. You take something that's bad, okay? Nobody's saying, you know what I mean? You take something that's bad in the minds of millions of people and you just slap that label on all of your political opponents, and that's how you win. And then you control the narrative. You control the media. You control it all. That's what they did with Trump. And they're continuing that trend with everybody. With James O'Keefe, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, now Drew Hernandez. The list freaking goes on. Goes on, man. We have another super chat, a $5 super chat from Irie. Can we get some fluffs in the chat? as an FU to Binger boy. Yes, everybody. Yes, Binger, just, that guy had no idea, man. I just couldn't tell if he was intentionally being an idiot or he actually was an idiot. But I mean, dude, that dude just had no idea who he was dealing with when I took that stand. No idea. No idea. We have another $5 super chat from Golden Queen Diva. Librarians teach critical thinking. I was taught to teach students to only allow MSM as real news, as sources for papers, reports, anything else fake. Yes, people are taught this. And it's just kind of like, assumed, even outside of education. I think the everyday average American family, just by default, maybe not so much now, but, you know, the past 3, 4, 5 decades just would listen to CNN or Fox News, and people would be naive and just say, well, why would they lie to us? They would have no reason to lie to us. But look where we are now. So it's just sad. That's why I said on the Rogan, Alex Jones, and Timcast, the Timcast IRL Super Podcast, that's why I told people, I said, no, we are not here to tell you what to think. We are here to tell you to think for yourselves. And to maybe offer other ways of thinking that you could consider. We don't want to control anybody. That's dangerous. We have another super chat from Julianne, a $5 super chat. Julianne says, as a Christian married woman, next time please wear baggy pants and big sweater to court. No form-fitting pants and jacket. Sinful thoughts. Okay. I'm just being myself. That's just how I dress. I'm just being myself, Julianne, but thank you. I guess that's a compliment. We have another super chat from Michelle Soria, a $10 super chat. We salute you. Michelle says, thank you for always speaking the truth, Drew. You are truly a man of God. Let's continue to stand for God and the truth. 100%. Yes, I am born again, and I am unashamed to say it publicly, whether it's on Tucker Carlson or whether it's here on my little deboosted throttled YouTube channel. Now is the time to stand for the truth. I totally wholeheartedly agree. Let me refresh this and see if we have any more super chats. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me see. We have another from Let It Be with TY. A $10 super chat says, from Minneapolis, thanks for the truth. During our riots, not even the local news was honest. Wow. God bless, brother. I wish I could meet you in person. Man, dude, do you see what I'm saying though, man? Like, imagine them trying to control the narrative and cover something as serious as like total destruction. That's crazy, man. Like trying to cover up riots, trying to change the narrative and convince people that they're not actually happening. Something as serious as buildings being burnt to the ground, police precincts being burnt to the ground. Man, this is beyond fake news. Beyond fake news. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, spiritual hosts of wickedness. These are evil, demonic. We have another super chat from Scott Scipion. $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Scott, for the support. Truly appreciate it. Fiery, but mostly peaceful Sarah with a $5 super chat says, not a show. People want me to. That's a great name. I'm telling you, Fire, but mostly peaceful Sarah. That is a great name. Not a show. People want me to. Thanks. LOL. You need a shirt. In a world, you can be anything. Don't be a binger. I started using it at Bionic Bacon. Thank you so much, Sarah. That's so good, man. Just go for it. So I'm telling people, man, this is America. Just go for it. You got an idea? Go for it. You want to do something great? Go for it. If I would have listened to my fears, I would have never made it, man. Trust me. We have a $100 donation on PayPal from Sarah Skilling. Thank you so much. Everybody say thank you to Sarah. DH Alliance salutes you. Sarah says, thank you for standing your ground on the stand. Glad we still have courageous people willing to do the right thing in the name of integrity. That's all I can do, man. I don't just talk the talk. I got to walk the walk. And I think that day in that courtroom, people were asking me. I was getting tons of messages on Twitter, on YouTube. Are you going to help Kyle? Are you going to show up? And, I just knew that I had a civic responsibility because I was an eyewitness and I owed it to the American people to the defense, to the prosecution, to the jury, to submit the evidence that I possessed, like over 100 body cam videos, guys. This is huge. I knew that I had to do the right thing, and that was to testify to the truth, and that was, obviously, Kyle Rittenhouse defended himself and acted in self-defense. And I had the evidence to prove that. So we have another $5 donation. Let me see. Let me pull this up real quick. Another $5 donation here. Oh no, that was the old one. Okay, let me see. Let me refresh this real quick. Let me refresh this. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. Let me refresh this real quick. Yes, man. I just want to encourage people to do the right thing, man, because now is the time to do it. Now is not the time to be scared. Julianne with the $2 super chat says, yes, it's a compliment. Well, thank you, Julianne. I truly appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate it. And we have another $5 super chat from Queen of Clean. A $5 super chat says, free guest room for you in Seattle whenever you need it. Well, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Trust me, man. So appreciative for the love and the support that we've been getting. We've been getting a lot of hate and death threats, but the love we've been getting, same amount. So thank you, guys. Blaine Nelson with the $10 super chat says, thank you for great work. Thank you, Blaine. I mean, you put in hard work and it pays off. But right now, we need honest people. We need honest teachers. We need honest police officers. We need honest media members. We need honest journalists. We need honest mothers, honest fathers, the list goes on. We need lights across the board. Medical health care professionals, paramedics, firefighters, you name it. Wherever you are in life, be a light. Integrity will get you far, I assure you. We have another super chat from Genesis 777 with the $5 super chat. Says, gonna buy a t-shirt because you plugged your channel on the stand. Actually, Binger plugged my channel on the stand. Dude, that guy, on the day of my trial, it was over 1 million views. Binger shouted out my YouTube multiple times. He shouted out my Twitter multiple times, and he shouted out my website. So thank you, Binger, in an attempt to assassinate my character. See how that works out? Man, that guy had no idea. No idea. Super badassery right there. Keep up the good fight, brother. Hashtag salty army. Hey, thank you so much. Well, let's get this up. Hey, man, go cop a t-shirt. There it is right there. The apparently official DrewHernandezLive.com apparently t-shirt in multiple colors. You can get it in black, in white. You can get it in red. You name it. There it is. If you don't know what apparently means and you don't get the inside joke, you were not paying attention to me on the stand, okay? Because that literally just, man, Binger had no... I had to explain to this guy. He literally defines apparently... He had no idea what I was setting him up for. He just was not as intellectually advanced as I obviously am. But, man, it's pathetic. Let's take it down. But, yeah, thank you, guys. Let me refresh this real quick. I appreciate it, man. Trust me. You guys are awesome. Truly awesome. Okay, we have some new members. How many?
There was 4.
Okay, we have 4 new members that have subscribed to the DH Alliance to support me monthly. So shout out to every single one of you guys. Shout out to all of you that have joined the DH Alliance for as low as $5 a month on the membership section of this channel. If you believe in honest journalism and honest reporting, if you think that this show is a light and you want to support it, stop supporting Disney Plus. Stop supporting HBO Max. Stop supporting Netflix because they put out pedo movies like Cuties. Okay? Stop supporting them. Support people like Drew Hernandez for as low as $5 a month. You can even go to my Patreon or always just come in, pop in, leave a super chat, watch the show. And if you can't, I know that times are hard right now. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, smash that like button, destroy that like button, and share this video as far as you can. And go check out the merch store. The link is in the description below. We have another super chat from Jenica Atterbury with a $10 super chat. Jenica says, thank you for fighting against tyranny and for all. You are my favorite alpha. We need more alpha energy, man. We need more men to be men and women to be women. That's okay that you were born that way. It's all right. Be a man. Be masculine. People need that. They need to see strength. It's part of the reason why I decided to go testify, because I know America needed this. America needed to see strength. America needed to see leadership. America needed to see justice prevail over the darkness. If you guys agree with that, drop a 1 in the comment section below, because I, for one, am sick of seeing the darkness prevail. And I didn't want to see that again. I didn't. We have a $20 super chat by Genius from Genius by Birth. Says, when you walk with God, you walk with no fear. Faith and fear cannot exist on the same plane. Be fearless, my friends. Absolutely. Just like Paul told Timothy, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you guys. But yes, man, you know, it's just so crazy to see so much happening unfold with this whole Rittenhouse stuff. My life has definitely changed. I mean, and I'm thankful to God for that, but we here now. This is it. We here now. We have another donation on Venmo. We have a donation, a $20 donation on Venmo from, I don't know if it's Tanya or Tana Bonzen. Tana Bonzen with the $20 donation with the sticker that just says pitching in. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of the support. You guys have no idea. It's been a long time coming, and I truly appreciate it. Hey, guys, remember, we do this show. I try to do it at least 4 times a week, Monday through Thursday. I'm on the road a lot. And right now it's looking, we're going to stick with this time right now at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, we're going to stick with 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, a little earlier, just so I have more time to do my stuff throughout the day. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all my socials. If I ever announce that I won't go live, I'll drop it in the community section on this channel. So make sure to hit the bell notifications and toggle on the all selections. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Getter, Parler, everything. All the links are in the description below. And we have one more super chat before I head out tonight from Fiery but mostly peaceful Sarah. Says, I started watching you in 2020 with everyone on the ground, and I never felt compelled to comment or super chat. You just deserve it, man. Well, thank you. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate it, because, you know, it's, people don't realize, man, the undercover stuff I do on Antifa and BLM is very extensive. It takes so much work. It's not just average reporting. When you see me go report on like Southwest Airlines, or I go report on the border is pretty complicated, but there really is nothing like reporting undercover on BLM and Antifa. It is definitely a huge task. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Cody just pledged $10 a month on Patreon. So shout out to Cody. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. I truly appreciate it more than you guys know. It is definitely appreciated. So thank you guys. And like I said, we do this show Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is 5 p.m. Eastern, correct? Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific. So we will do this show daily, Monday through Thursday. And if I'm traveling, I'll let you guys know in the community section below. But follow me on all my socials. Make sure to go follow me on Twitter, Getter, all that good stuff, because I'm always dropping reports on there as well. Make sure to go take a look. If you're listening to the rebroadcast of this, go check out the merch store. The link is in the description. And real quick, I want to announce this right now. We are gonna launch the audio version of this podcast this week. So we're going to launch it. It should be on iTunes, on Spotify, all that good stuff. It's not up yet, but we are going to launch that this week, because now is the time. So thank you guys. If you guys would like to support that too, because that does cost money, support me monthly for as low as $5 a month in the membership section of this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love every single one of you guys, man. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure, I'm telling you, YouTube deboosts me. You will lose me. I'm telling you. They will hide me from you. Make sure to check up on my channel. They'll even unsubscribe me from you. So you have to do the due diligence to check in on me, hit the bell notification and toggle on the all selection and check in. I go live at 2 p.m. at Pacific Standard Time. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, America, stay free.